Good morning. I think it's still morning, right? It's 11. This isn't a sneak peek or anything. I just wanted to record to shed light on the documentary that a friend of mine referred me to watch. It's called 13th on Netflix. And I honestly don't even know the words to describe it, but powerful. It's powerful in so many different ways. It breaks down the system of mass incarceration, and it's mind-blowing. Let me tell you, it's mind-blowing, and it literally reveals what many of our ancestors already knew about the justice system and the attack on the minorities, which are really the majority, specifically being African and Latino people. It literally systematically legalizes Jim Crow laws. If you don't know who Jim Crow is, you should look him up. If you are an African American or a minority, but especially an African American, and I really want to just say African and not American, you don't know who Jim Crow is, you need to do your research. The video, I can't even stress enough how important it is for Black people to really know their roots, know who you are, know where you came from, and know how everything came into one for us to be where we are today. The killings of Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, and endless other people, none of it's new. And the thing is that I knew that it wasn't new, but I didn't know to the extent that the laws and the attack and the systematic control against Black people were still so prevalent in our system today. It's 2016, but it means nothing. Back in the old days, the word was nigger. Now the word that they use to exclude Black people and make them less or dangerous or give law enforcement an excuse to unjustifiably kill them, murder them, rape them, and do what they want with them is criminal. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, it breaks down the war on drugs, the penalties, how they were higher for crack because crack was in obviously the Black and Latino communities, and how you couldn't, from the transition from the 1980s to 1990s to 2000, laws were passed by civil rights activists such as Martin Luther King, and movements by Malcolm X, Angela Davis, that you couldn't just outright disrespect a Black person. So lynching and all that was eliminated, but they came up with basically a strategy called the Southern Strategy, where they literally systematically target Black and Latino people to fill up our jail cells. And it's a whole business. I knew it was a business, but I didn't know to the extent. There are literally slaves in jail, literally slaves, and the laws that are passed in these states are made by corporations who have money. Look, if you don't already know, look up the organization ALEC, ALEC. It's a group of corporations and political officials that can make laws for us that are not for us, and they get passed. Like, it's crazy. In this, I don't know, not every law is not for everybody. Being a politician is not for everybody, but I feel as though if you care about your son's future, if you care about the future of this country and the future of people of color, then you have, first of all, you have to watch the documentary. That's first thing. And second of all, you have to take it serious. Voting, you have to take voting serious. You have to take the rules that are made in law enforcement serious. You have to take all of it serious. It's crazy. Like, I was literally mind blown when I say I was on the floor, on my knees, crying last night. I did not know how I was gonna go to sleep. I didn't know. I was like, how could this happen? Like, it's just, y'all, it's so much. It is so much. It even depicted like how back in the days people would, the movies that would come out, they would depict a black person literally as an animal, as a murderer, as a rapist. This one white woman jumped off a cliff rather than being raped by a black man. I'm not condoning rape at all, but I'm just saying she would rather die than have any sexual contact with a black person. And the irony of that is that if we really want to compare the interracial rates, it was higher with the white man raping the black woman. Have you ever seen 12 Years of Slaves? Like, that is real. How do you think fair-skinned black people are fair-skinned? Like, how do you think that happened? They started it, but then we get blamed for it. We literally get punished for it. And it's just crazy. Corporations are literally capitalizing off of punishment. I'm talking about people are in there for petty theft. There are people in this world who do not want the mass incarceration rate to go down one bit because it's that big of a business. How do you sleep at night? I just have to shed light. I'm not going to tell y'all everything in the video, but you guys have to watch it. It is essential. It is essential. Black people are so strong. We are so strong, and you really need to know your worth, and you really, really, really need. I'm like, nothing else in this world matters if you don't know who you are, and if you don't know why you're here. You need to figure that out. Everybody go watch 13th. Documentary on Netflix. It is essential. I don't care what ethnicity you are. You can be pink, purple, blue, black, white, Asian, Latino. I don't care. Like, you need to watch it. But especially African and Latino people, and Native Americans, of course. Especially those, because people of color, we're always targeted. You know that. That's nothing new. But you guys really need to watch it, please. I'm begging you, please. Let me know what you think, because I don't know about you, but I'm mind blown. You have to watch it. Let me know what you think.